Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. It is time for us to make decisions here. Do we want to get any of our other DPS jobs to 60 to be able to be using them along the main storyline here? We've got options, and it looks like we actually have more options. Right over here, just to the south, Shall We Dance? I think that should be Dancer. And then I also did see Gunbreaker, also level 60. That's of course a tank, so that's not going to be as relevant. We can still go and pick it up though, I guess. Assuming this actually works. It says level 60. We're really level 50 on this account, this job here. It's sort of available. Quests will unlock the Dancer job. Yeah, that's the plan. Shall we dance? This Limitian gentleman appears just a tad too excited about something. Probably dancing, by the sounds of it. 50,000 experience, possibly in a different job here. Then the Soul of the Dancer, and I'm level 255 stuff. Wild. Decline that for a second here. If we're gonna get possibly experience in a different job, we should probably put it into something else. Let's decide if we want to think about any of the other DPSs here. We already have Bard at level 60. We have full 210 set and a 145 weapon. That's obviously a little bit worse than 255. These later unlocks are pretty out of control. Then we got this going here. I think one of them is, well, we're not worrying about, we're deciding if we want to get any more to 60. The ones we already have at 60 are already fine. But Bard is definitely one of them for doing stuff. You got the AoEs, you got the other AoEs, you got the power-ups, the songs and stuff. Definitely a lot of options and plenty of things we can do. Not super crazy in the amount of different buttons needed. Get the things done, rotations, do the things that unlock. Sometimes AoEs, sometimes these. One of these going. Enough single target and multi-target attacks. Weaving in more attacks to do more damage in between things. Works out pretty good. Then we also have, already at level 60, Black Mage. This one's a little more awkward to deal with, especially in dungeons. When everyone's sprinting forwards and we're just sitting there waiting. We can do like a single instant attack every once in a while, and there's Scathe, technically. But most of it is long time, big explosions and ice and fire back and forth. Trying to figure out exactly how that gauge works back and forth to keep doing enough of everything and keeps going back and, yeah. A little more awkward to deal with. Not sure if we want to continue with Black Mage right now. We also have Samurai, was at 54, which is also slightly different. In terms of what they do, we got the 3 bits here where we got to do different combos of single target or AoE stuff. Attack. Attacks from the attack really doesn't matter. Try to use another attack to make it so we don't need to be behind him or something. Assume from flank. 100. Attack from range. 250. All nearby enemies, all nearby enemies. AoEs aren't super crazy. And also on a whole separate line here. So, not sure about that. White Mage is a healer. Red Mage. Yeah, this kind of for free at level 50. So I haven't done a huge amount with Red Mage. It's like a combination of all these are just in random spots. This is not a full thing here, I think. Isn't sleep? Restore HP. Yeah, so this is just a mess, is what this is. We got the Red Mage body from the quest, and the other stuff has basically been, well, boots too, I guess, and gloves. Some of these things have been replaced by other things. Ironwork stuff. Use points for that. Don't even know what is happening with Red Mage, really. So... Or Red Mage is still 50. Samurai's at 54. So Red Mage we got. That was again like from one of these quests here where you just get it at a higher level. And then you're good to go. We're only level 50. What's he gonna do? We got black mana, white mana. Get the bars up to do other attacks. Backsteps and sure casts and just don't even really know what's going on here. So maybe not. Machinist, a bit with. Just the other physical range of DPS here. Right to the bard. Seemed simpler. With other things going on. Overheat. We got different bars here, they do other things. Between these two, probably just go with Bard. That's alright. Astrologian is a healer. Try to equip it, we're not even gonna have anything to equip. Dark Knight, Marauder, Ninja. Marauder with those. Ninja. I have to keep on remembering which order to do all of the abilities here in order to activate what we want to activate. Spinning around a little bit. Setsu, G10. What's the third one? Slash Sesame, Death Blossom. Oh, there it is. We don't even have this on the bar because it's too many things on the bar. On the main bar here. That's some range attacks, some AoEs. The failure states when you don't click them at the correct times is a little bit awkward. What about that? Dragoon. Got some stuff going here. It's got the whole healing stuff for ourselves. It's also nice. Combos into itself. Maybe use the throwing attacks. Jumping into the fight. And then back out. AoE lines. Fires and stuff. Rush to a target location. Possibly Dragoon could be something we want to look at here. For getting to 60. Monk is all sorts of punches and things, bars and other bars, and bonuses when they activate and go in a cycle, and basically just most of the time just pressing the next thing that is highlighted as you go between the stances. And then the AoEs are also available. Not as impressive. Yeah. Summoner. We got the different forms. Sometimes having to wait, sometimes not having to wait. The little tiny attacks that they get, which may have been made stronger. So what are the stronger versions of these? The Inferno effect. Deals fire damage to all enemies in a cone before penalty of 600 for first and 50% less for the remaining. So a little bit AoE going. 600 and then 50% less. 650%. So they're all just now also in slight AoE when they're attacking. Guess that's something. Of the available other options here, thinking maybe Dragoon could be something we want to look into. We also can look into these new ones, which are probably going to be immediately at 60. So, would in fact save us some time if we just decide to go with these ones. Shall we dance? Here's just a tad too excited about something, which is dancing. Good sir, oh good sir, You can spare a moment, yes? Of course you can. You see, I've just witnessed a performance most marvelous. I simply must tell someone about it. What sort of performance, you ask? Why, none other than a troupe of traveling dancers hanging from Ransahan across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotic, beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You simply must witness this spectacle for yourself. Just follow this road towards the convent of the Dutiful Sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage they've set up in the square. Quest accepted. Super serious style. There's the Sage's path. That's at 70. So we can't do Sage, I guess. We also have to find Pictomancer, Viper, Reaper, and Beastmaster limited job. That's new. Anyways, I guess we find that. I don't know. Anyways, we need to find the troop dancer. So remember this one. Alright. So this is the Sage. Need 70 for that. Just make sure this is right still. Not available. And just have War Magic excluding limited jobs. Everything excludes limited jobs. Level 70 and Endwalker. Okay. So Sage is still not something we can do. That's okay. Towards here. Here's Stage. Or what have you? Or towards here. Renna. Here you go. Hey. Greetings, traveler. Come to see a little show, have you? Half of troop? Falsium, I welcome you. Our troop mates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't wander too far, the current will be rising any minute now. It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores, or so our fearless leader tells me. I've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. Alright. Well, let's see it. We'll wait. Facing the other direction, but, you know, we'll figure it out. Everybody else is also here. We're just standing in front with our giant weapon. Only completely in the way. Hulid. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Ransahan across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troop Falsium. Today, we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies and the striking steps of our dancers reach your heart and spirit you away to a distant world. Alright, I can't see anything. Dance. And song. She got a bar down here. Helps him out. Help him out. Yes, just so, Rana. Betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance to the last. Let them fall under your spell. Elegant Easterner. What was that? My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude upon your experience. Pray ignore my mutterings and enjoy the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day, after all. Hi. must say, you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? Ah, but do excuse me, I forget myself. Of the equipment sets, this is definitely among the most impressive. The dance is also... Yeah. She's also got the circles. The person we were talking to. Question. Bladed circles. Yes, no. It's eventually going to be a DPS, I'm saying probably, but... Probably more ceremonial dancing circles here. Anyways. Forgive me for not having properly introduced myself. I am Nashmira, principal dancer and leader of Troupe Falsium. Anna, the girls whose performance you were admiring, is my #1 student and protege. Very cool. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored aspirations of stepping on stage, of losing yourself in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enhancing your audience with your every movement? Ah? Forgive me, I know this is all quite sudden, and I could not help myself. From the first moment I laid eyes on you, I saw, how can you put it, a poise that could only be honed on the field of battle. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind, you would make a fine dancer. I see you are confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant merely to grace the stage, and then there is an art, the art of Troupe Falsium. We dance the Breakdancing, a dance of war so ancient it's said to predate even the founding of our city. Our dancers train primarily in 2 techniques, each with applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in tossing, throwing weapons, which are most dazzling to the eyes, and even more damaging to any unfortunate foe they strike. So giant thrown discs. The second is, of course, dancing itself. Perhaps you've already felt it, but it is believed that there are mystical powers to our movements, which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this realm in the calamity's wake. There are scars that still go unhealed, and the specter of war still looms large over the land. If our art of dance might serve in some small way to ease worries and fears, and offer succor to the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide, nothing would bring our humble troupe greater honor. So did I decide to lead Troupe Falsium on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have come with only 2 dancers, and myself. I am still nursing an injury I suffered on the voyage over. My protege is a talented one, but I can hardly ask her to bear the burden of tour alone, so I felt compelled to reach out to you. I can assure you that the arrangement would be to our mutual benefit. Should you offer us your aid, I'll personally instruct you in the art of the Breakdancing, an art that will avail you not only on the stage, but the field of battle as well. An interesting proposition. Worry not, I'll not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give some thought to my offer. Seek me out again, should you be so inclined. And now it's written. Shall we dance? Stick with Nashmira. That's Nashmira. Can I complete this quest until the following condition met? Level 60. So that's to do. We can start it as not level 60, we need to finish it as a 60. Okay. Well, we can. Here's such Astrologian, it's missing Foundry Chest. I know. So are all the Marauder and Dark Knight stuff. Potentially White Mage. At any rate, we'll probably just get rid of that right now, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We're still missing from when we deleted number 14. It's in a weird state. Anyways, equip the Bard set. So we have our level 60 available. Now we can actually start, or finish, or something. Your return, friend. Have you taken the time to think over my offer? Offer to train as a dancer? Sure. Splendid. To tell the truth, I had feared your answer would be no, but fortune smiles upon Troupe Falsium today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me. Ishmael has handpicked you to join our troupe and become a dancer. Is Van right or is Rana right? Indeed. I knew it. I've been doing this for as long as Mistress Ashmira, but even I can see that your poise and posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high. You have to work your arms off to outshine Rana Migo. Let it suffice to say that I'll be watching both of your careers with great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student his name. An elegant name indeed. Very well then. Tick. And this is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and memories of generations of our forebears, butterflies of the battlefield who have fluttered their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And of course, you'll also be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead, put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement the pliant fabric affords you. Quest complete. Dancer unlocked. Always good to unlock some stuff. It's a good time. Anyways, here is Soft Stepper's Attire Coffer. I am level 255. By a wide margin, our strongest things. Not that we're gonna let that influence what we decide to do. But use it. Open it. And there we go. I show some of the gloves, blur, and turban. I need to be on dancer duty. High seal chakrams. Physical damage. So it's another physical range DPS, like Bard. And it's also like, they said like enchanting properties, like the songs. So it's all about art and battle. The whole Bard and dancer stuff going here. Let's equip this. Recommend this. And it's a look. Full set of this. Definitely not going to have anything better than that. Comparatively, 136, 142. Kind of stuff out in the jewelry category. And here's that list. Add it. Oh, the slot's right into 14. Perfect. 208 comparatively. That's better. That is better. Close. Step gauge and fourfold feathers unlocked. Okay. That's up here. Explain what any of this means. Performing a standard step changes the appearance of the step gauge. Causes you to start dancing. Find the displayed icons to execute steps in the correct order and ending with a standard finish will increase your damage dealt and that of the party members designated as your dance partner. Have to choose a dance partner to increase their specific one person's damage. Okay. The remaining duration of the effects is displayed beneath the step gauge. Fourfold feathers. Actions such as reverse cascade and rising windmill. Chance to grant fourfold feathers, which are consumed by Fan Dance and Fan Dance 2. Required at level 50. Can't get this until level 60, so we immediately get Fan Dance 2. Check gauge description from there. Okay. We also got all of this. Man, look at all the things on here. All right. Step 1. Add things to the bar. Okay. Now we need to look at all these abilities. There's a lot of them. What do we have here? Close position. Close position designates a party. When I say close position, designates a party member as your dance partner. Then you share the effects of standard finish and curing waltz with said party member. Effect ends upon reuse. So we have to choose a party member every time. Okay. Peloton. That's the movement speed one here. Needs to be out of battle. So that's also available here. Again, very much like Bard. Head graze, that is an effect thing. Blade shower, that's an AoE. Fan dance. Attack potency 150, currently suited in position with fourfold feathers. It's a feather thing. Arm's length, it's an effect thing. Rising windmill gives the feathers. This can sometimes grant Silken Flow. Fountain Fall. Chance of Feathers can only be executed on the effects of Silken Flow. This can also only be executed under the effect of Silken Symmetry. Blood Shower. AoE can chance that. Requires Silken Flow. Similar. Fan Dance 2. So Fan Dance is 150. Fan Dance 2 is the AoE version. Yeah, so there's a difference. Quickly Dash. Restores own HP and HP of all nearby party members. Remember, designated as Dance Power also heals self and nearby party members. Okay. So it's a double heal kind of thing. Shield Samba. Reduces damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10%. If we stacked with Bards, Troubadour, and Machinist Tacticians, that's effect thing. Cascade. Regular attack 200, 50% chance of Silken Symmetry. Fountain. Let's do 100 combos with Cascade. 50% chance of Silken Flow. It's like this one. Leg Graze. These ones again. Arm's length. One-phase knockback. Interrupts action. Flicks with heavy. Second one for healing me. Foot Graze over here. Windmill. 120 to all nearby enemies. 2% chance of Silken Symmetry. There's the movement here. Standard Step. Begin dancing. Yourself standard step duration 15 seconds. Action change to standard finish when dancing only. Standard finish. I found shield sound. The step action, roll action, sprint, limit break can be performed while dancing. It does not share a recast timer with any other action. Upon executing this recast timer, this action will be applied to all other weapon skills and magic actions. So start dancing. Can we do Cascade while dancing? Or is the throwing and dancing separate businesses? Reverse Cascade. Attack of 260, 15 chance of 4-fold feather. Only effects of Silken Symmetry. Okay. All nearby enemies. Attack of potency of 320. All nearby enemies. All nearby enemies. All nearby enemies. Okay. Silken Symmetry. It's gonna do Silken Flow. Under effects of Silken Symmetry. Silken Flow. Combos with Cascade. Silken Symmetry, Silken Symmetry. Does it come right after then, possibly? Let's see exactly how this works. Chance of Silken Flow. Chance of Feathers. Calling on Silken Symmetry. Silken Flow. Silken Symmetry. 50% Silken Flow. Silken Flow. 50% of Silken Symmetry. Silken Symmetry. And combo potence. Action Windmill. 160. Combo bonus. So it needs to come after Windmill. This is Windmill, regular, chance of Symmetry. Combo from Windmill makes it more, chance of Flow. It's very similar. AoE, non-AoE. Okay. And then this is the Symmetry one. This is the Flow one. Okay. So the AoE and the non-AoE versions of all that. We have Dance and End the Dance. Standard Finish, which this becomes. Change this to Standard Finish. There's also Von Karen Wilson Shield Samba. This is Feather's actions. AoE or non-AoE. AoE and non-AoE Feather actions. Heal myself. Potion on the bar. Close position. Distance a partner. Let's see, partner activation. Okay. Can only use the finishing situations, which is this, or cure healing, or shield ability. Step actions, roll actions, sprint and limit break. But all these probably count for that. Just your timer. 30-second recast. Okay. Or at least a vague idea of what's happening. Regular attacks, AoE attacks, a lot of them. Something. Gambling for Gil. 100,000 XP for just showing up. Of course, we do need 1.3 million XP to get to maybe 61 here. Michelle eyes you with an enthusiastic expression. Okay. Well, this would be actually starting the whole quest line stuff, so maybe we don't do that just yet. Also might want to move the gauges here. Step gauge, feather gauge. Save it for now. So that's available. That's a thing that exists. And it continues over this way. What else we got? We have Fisher there. Something else over there. Level 30. Arcanist stuff there. Or something. Let's go see about a gun breaker. Let's have all these old quests. It's kind of a problem. Yeah, it's right here. Makings of a gun breaker. You could not choose a worse person for the job, but you know. An ancient swimmer of the Count's Quiver is hunting passersby, presumably for some worthy cause. Unlock the gunbreaker. Again, 255 stuff. Oi, mate, fancy making yourself useful? Listen close. Gang of highwaymen have been applying their trade around here these last few days. We're trying to flush them out. They're slippery buggers, though, so we need all the help we can get. That's where you come in. We spot them lurking in the bramble patch, and we're getting ready to spring our trap. All you have to do is collar anyone who strikes you as a bit shifty and raise the alarm. We'll take care of the rest. Quest accepted. Alright. Survey the area in the East Shroud. We are sprinting off into this with our dancer stuff. Which I'm sure is just gonna go fine. I was almost dead for some reason. Why not? We're gonna patch over here. Getting ourselves into destination. Yes. This is this. What are we seeing? What we got? Guy with a bow. Sneaking about. And fighting. And there's another guy. And more guys. Defended. He's going for it. He's just taking it. Got him. I totally know how to use these. Out of my way, or I'll gut ya. crazy dancing man comes out of the forest. You have to question what's going on here. Alright. He's ready. Defeat the highwayman. Yeah. You do all of these. He's got a chance of doing that. Try some of this. Some of that. Start dancing. Everything changing. Everything's changing. Everything is different things now. Dancing. What are you doing? Dancing changes everything. Alright. Good to know. 48 something's on the something bar. We totally know what's going on. Weary swordsman. How's it going? Teach me how to do everything you were doing. That's how this works out here. You have my thanks, stranger. And mine. If you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us. It's my fault. I'll be more careful next time. All right. Truth be told, I thought we'd have a quieter journey after sneaking past those Imperial patrols and leaving Gar Abina behind. How wrong I was. To think we could be caught unawares by a king of common thieves. What's going on? We heard a commotion and... That's one of them. Just like the witnesses described. They've got a history. And a bounty, potentially. Can we claim the bounty? I don't want Gil, though. Anyways, strange they go after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folk carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon that if any of their cronies are out there watching, they'll think twice before crossing you lot again. Still might be an idea for you to see these travelers to Gridania. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen. Okay. Those bandits, something about this doesn't sit right with me. We barely have a fistful of gil between us, and I have a couple of fulms of edged steel strapped to my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill. They might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. We are in your debt. I'm Radovan, and this is Sophie. We traveled here from Ilsabard, far to the north, where once I served as a soldier of Garlemald. I had no choice. My family was taken hostage. While it's true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would never have done so willingly. Although I freed myself of their shackles, the life I'd known is no more. But that was another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I came to Eorzea in the hope I might start anew here. Okay. As for me, I also escaped from the Garleans as part of a resistance movement until we were all rounded up, or killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me, my family, my homeland. Nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we'd stand a better chance of surviving if we stuck together. And here we are. To see me now, you'd scarce believe I once served as personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. Couldn't protect anyone, not even my wife and son. While I would have gladly given my life for theirs, it was not to be. Even so, there may still be a use for the skills I spent years honing. Those whom I may yet deliver from harm. That's why I suggested looking for employment as a bodyguard in Eorzea, and Gridania seemed a good place to start. Okay. I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us? In what way? Now hold on, Radvan. That's rather a lot to ask, don't you think? But I think it has what it takes to become a gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen Garleans wielding something similar. This is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on, or vice versa. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades use etherically imbued cartridges. When you pull the trigger, the powdered crystal within ignites, releasing the ether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the blade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers. Perhaps you should save the lectures until you've heard Artic's answer. Ah yes, first things first. So, are you interested? exchange for assisting us, teach you the art of the gunbreaker. Now, I was wondering if you might be able to act as a guide. If you accept gunblade trading as a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share. You not answer right away, but please give it some thought. I'm just gonna stand in this field until I give it some thought. So, have you reached a decision? Become a gunbreaker? Only to unlock it, basically. But you know, yes. From this day forth, our fates are intertwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirits of my predecessors will watch over you. Complete. Alright. Gunbreaker unlocked. And here is an XP and Dancer, I guess. Some random junk from these guys. Money we still need to sell. Outsider's Attire Coffer. Open it. Okay. Into the weapons. High Steel Gunblade. Equip. Recommended gear. Equip. Looking good. And gear set list. Add it. Gunbreaker. We have a lot of things in here. Next one we get, we're going to have to see if this can scroll. So that's something. Close, close, close. Powder gauge unlocked. It does something with gun breaking. And here's all the abilities. We got effect things. We got this stuff. Tanking things. Shooting things. Effects connecting to other effects. I just came over here for the outfit more than anything. Anyways, that's the last tank, apparently. No new tanks after that. There was... Sage was 70. So we still have these 4 to see if we can figure something out. Well, we went to Gridania, went to Limsa. Anything happening over in Thanalan? We just pick up some other level 60 something? Is that a thing? We got a lot of stuff down here. Reaper, Viper, and Beast Master. What do we got? Viper is 80. Killer Instinct. That sounds like Reaper. That's 70. Okay. So we can't do either of those. Viper and Reaper. And Sage. Gladiator is basically basic starting thing, so we can do that if we wanted to, but yeah. Where is Pictomancer then? I'm gonna go into the other sections of the cities here. Viper, Reaper, no. Internet. Just go to anywhere up here. Map says Gladiator. It starts at 1. Goldsmith. And the legend continues. In the Goldsmith Guild, that is one of the things. One of the ones we have already at level 50. Mining, the blue, Weaver, crafting thing. Alchemist Guild. We have Alchemist specifically. We're back to Lanasia. This could be somewhere else too. Where would a Beastmaster and a Pictomancer live? Good questions. Sweet words, shadowy dealings, regular quest. Fishing, 30 quest. That's what we just got. Unlocked there, Sage. This is the Postmaster stuff. That's not what we're currently looking for. Teleport to the other side. We went around and saw these previously, I think. What's we got? We got Blacksmith and Armorer. Things are getting serious. That's a super hard mode. Trying to remember. Storming the Hull. Culinarian. Both of those things. Trying to remember. What kind of journey are we potentially remembering here? What's this about? Something level 30. It's not unlocking anything, it doesn't look like. Trying to remember. The reward is an all classes set. Go into a promising story and see an adventure to help separate fact from fiction. This is available for a limited time only. It's like a potentially like event quest or something. Okay. It's interesting, but not too worried about. I guess. I'm trying to find victim answer. Would be an unlock quest for sure. Potentially higher level. I don't even know where this is. Doesn't sound like Pictomancy by any means. Side here. Something beast master too. Well, if it's a limited thing, maybe not. Fraudster in the Forest level 56 quest. 25. Bunch of shows from the Twin Adder stuff. Maybe level 56 quest. So it's unavailable. Fraudster in the Forest. If it's a lower level and unavailable, it's probably gonna be like a crafting thing, I would think. What's this? Not available yet. Oh, this is the samurai guys. Okay, this is the samurai guy. That's why it's 56, because that's the next samurai quest. We got the 54 one done before. Also potentially have some stuff going up with that, with the serpent seals and all that. Look at that too. Okay. Any up here? This next bit of that. Pictomancy is 80. Okay. So it's like 70, 70, 80, 80. And available and Beastmaster. Again, do we have Beastmaster on here somewhere? Treasure bolts and lightning. Continuing that. Leatherworker. Pictomancy. Another high level dungeon. Gathering things. Okay. Well, none of that is any of that. So we can't get any of the other ones here. So of the options, we now have also Dancer available, but it's already so similar to Bard. I'd rather do Bard, I think. Gunbreaker, they've given us a level 60 tank. We absolutely should not try to do any dungeons with that right now. We have no clue what we're doing, tank-wise. And we can't get these 4 here. Beastmaster probably exists. And Blue Mages, also a thing. They're limited, so it's very limited. I think we're going to gear set list. Dragoon. Try to do some stuff to get this to 60. I don't know if we actually are going to need multiple jobs to share the experience load continuing forwards here. We're getting a lot more experience from doing like all of the side quests along the way. I think we're mostly going to be going for just continuing the main quest. Or whatever we feel like doing. But I think for the time being, we're going to get Dragoon leveled up somewhat. We now have more options available for bonuses and things. bonus experience to compensate. Get bonuses once per day. Everyone needs tanks. We're just not doing that. So there's the high level dungeons, the leveling dungeons. Do some main scenario stuff with bonuses. Trials. Doesn't look like it's gonna be too helpful. Guild hests, meh. Alliance raids, also an option. A ton of people. Got a couple of those. Anyways. Should be able to get some levels here. We need a lot of experience to get to 60. So, we'll see how it's going. How we're feeling. Next time. Goodbye.